In this video, I'm going to share the 4 biggest similarities between being a Marine Corps Scout sniper and an audiologist who fits hearing aids. Coming up. Hi guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona. And on this channel, I cover a bunch of hearing-related information to help make you a better informed consumer. So if you're into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell to receive a notification every time I post a new video. If you've ever been to my website, drcliffaud.com, and you've read my bio, then you already know that I served in the United States Marine Corps from 2002 to 2006, and my Military Occupational Specialty, otherwise known as MOS, was 8541, which is a Marine Corps Scout Sniper. When most people find this out, they are generally shocked because I do not look like the type of guy who would fit the mold of a typical Marine, let alone a Scout Sniper. After all, I do weigh about 40 pounds less now than I did when I was on active duty. But after overcoming their shock, they typically ask me how the heck I went from being a Scout Sniper to an audiologist, because those seem like 2 completely different things. But I typically respond with, there are actually more similarities between being a Scout Sniper and an audiologist than you may think, especially when it comes to fitting hearing aids. So here are the 4 biggest similarities between being a Scout Sniper and being an audiologist who fits hearing aids, and the first similarity is they both require a team effort. Snipers do not operate independently. They often go out with at least a 2-man team, and that second individual in the team is considered the spotter. The spotter is actually more responsible for making the distance calls, the windage calls, and the elevation calls to help the sniper get on target and be accurate when they're shooting. Communication is absolutely critical in this relationship. This is the same type of relationship that an audiologist should have with their patient. Without really good open communication, the audiologist is not going to be able to identify what the best hearing aids are for that particular patient, nor are they going to be able to custom program those devices precisely to what the needs are of that individual. The second similarity is you must follow the fundamentals. Shooting is all about following the fundamentals. If you do not follow the fundamentals, you will end up missing your target. There are a variety of different fundamentals that you must follow when shooting. A few of them are making sure that you shoot during your natural respiratory pause and making sure that you have a nice, slow, steady trigger squeeze. As an audiologist, we have a laundry list of fundamentals that we call best practices, which are specific procedures that we should be following in order to maximize hearing aid benefit. Ignore the fundamentals, and you run the risk of reducing the amount of overall benefit that you get with your hearing aids, which in my book is completely unacceptable. Want to know what these best practices are? Well, I went ahead and linked my best practice checklist in the description of this video, so make sure that you print them out and take them into your hearing care provider at your next visit. The third similarity is precision. In order to be a great sniper, you have to be meticulous. This means that when it comes to things like shooting, you have to follow the fundamentals and follow them with extreme precision. Otherwise, you may miss your target, and then the good guys may be the ones who die. Now, when it comes to fitting hearing aids, precision is also critical in maximizing performance. Take reeler measurement, for instance. Reeler measurement is the way that we custom program hearing aids to your hearing loss prescription. If you do not follow the fundamental best practices of reeler measurement with extreme precision, it could reduce your overall benefit with your hearing aids. Now, if you would like to learn more about reeler measurement, then I highly recommend that you watch my video that I will link in the description, because it is the only way to ensure that your hearing aids are programmed properly for your hearing loss prescription. And the fourth similarity between being a Scout Sniper and an audiologist who fits hearing aids is patience. In most cases, being a sniper is nothing like you see in the movies. First of all, these movies should be about 72 hours long, with 99% of it being of you seeing the sniper laying in the prone position, looking at whatever his observation area is, and reporting back information to the command center. And every once in a while, that sniper may actually take a shot at a high-value target. And while all of these things are absolutely critical to the success of a mission, it requires an extreme amount of patience. This is how patience relates to hearing aids. All of the fun things that we do at the fitting and those follow-up appointments are all exciting. I mean, we're fitting the hearing aids on you, we're custom programming those devices, we're showing you different things that you need to know in order to maximize your performance when you're out on your own. But the vast majority of time using hearing aids is spent when you are out in the real world, not inside of your audiologist's office. Now, I'm a really patient guy when it comes to hearing aids. I understand that it just takes time for your brain to acclimate to those devices. So it's my job to help the patient understand that it's going to take them time, and they have to be patient as well to allow their brain to change. In a very interesting article published in the Hearing Review, researchers Dr. Anu Sharma and Dr. Hannah Glick presented some interesting findings showing the effects of hearing aid use on brain function. This image from their study uses functional MRI imaging to help illustrate what is actually happening in the brain with the use of hearing aids. Picture A shows the involvement of visual processing areas of the brain that it uses to supplement the auditory centers of the brain when you have a hearing loss before treatment with hearing aids. You can see that the area behind the eyes is the primary area of stimulation for this individual, with very little stimulation in the area behind the ears. Picture B, on the other hand, shows which areas of the brain are stimulated just 30 days following a hearing aid fitting. You can see in this image how the areas of stimulation have shifted from behind the eyes to behind the ears. Table C explains what's actually going on from a performance standpoint pre and post hearing aid fitting. In column A, it shows which type of assessments were evaluated with the test subject. There is an auditory-only task, an auditory and visual task combined, the percentage of overall benefit that was provided by vision, and a cognitive assessment. Pre-hearing aid fitting, the subject only scored 23.3% correct on auditory-only tasks. This improved to 54.4% correct after 30 days. Auditory plus visual tasks improved by 63.3% to 74.5%. The thing that I find interesting about this is that 40% of overall performance benefit was provided by vision prior to the hearing aid fitting, and only 20.1% was provided 30 days following hearing aid fitting. This illustrates how the brain shifts which areas of the brain are doing the processing when the right amount of sound makes it from the ears to the brain. What is also interesting is that the cognitive performance of this individual improved as well, showing the power of consistent hearing aid use on overall cognitive function in this case study. While this is only one case study, it illustrates what may be possible with consistent hearing aid use and a little bit of patience. There you go, those are the 4 biggest similarities between being a scout sniper and an audiologist who works with hearing aids. So the next time that you're watching a movie about a scout sniper, just remember to think about your audiologist. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please share it. If you want to see other videos just like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to check out my website, drcliffaud.com.